surrounding the future of the real estate market.
Mm-hmm.
And, that narrative is, well, you can just do everything online. Why do you need someone to help you?
Yeah.
But when a house isn't staying on market for more than a day or two, you have to know what's coming. You almost have to buy before it goes on the market, or be prepared to buy before a house comes on the market. You have to know, where a house can be found, or know something about the neighborhood. In a way, to me, what that does is basically dispel the narrative. When you have demand that's greater than the supply, you really need that person. So my question is, how much of your job now is helping someone on the buyer side find a house and locate a house and do the intelligence of having, the boots on the ground and knowing where the next house that's going to pop up for sale is, and having the contacts and being able to get your person in there first to be able to see it?
Yeah, that is a huge part of it. And I think that, like you said, there's a big push to go all online, like with Quicken Loans and Redfin, and the partnership of like, oh, use our agent and, we'll get you hooked up with a great agent and your loan, and it's all streamlined, which is like, again, plays into this theory of millennials have entered the market, right? Because we're the DoorDash generation, the no face-to-face, right? And it's like, but like you said, in this market where you really need to have someone that understands the neighborhood, where stuff is coming, has enough business to know, and whether it's, I don't mean individually, like, it's not that agent you're working with has all these listings that are coming up, right? But knows agents that do, is working every day to be there to make sure that they're checking MLS, and beyond that is having good relationships with other agents, having good relationships within your brokerage to make sure that you're on top of that and you're asking the questions and you're looking for it. And the hardest, I tell people all the time, is like my job of everything else is a manager of your expectations during buying a house. Fill out the paperwork and, send emails to attorneys and stuff. But my main job is that what this process is going to be, because that's the only reason you've hired me, is to help. You could go do this yourself. It's really not that hard. From a technical standpoint, right? It's a 7-page contract with blanks in it already. Two like-minded people could come together and buy it, and the seller would sell it to them and send it to an attorney and be done with it. But it's also an emotional piece to it. And that's what our job is to make sure we're there to manage what they think should happen in the process and how the process is going to go. And that is what makes agents good, because if they're there paying attention to what their people need, knowing exactly what they want, it's going to, and I've had this conversation a ton of times in the past year. Something will pop up. They'll be like, what about this one? And it's like, no, I know that's not right for you. We absolutely can go look at it. But first of all, this is going to sell in a day for more than I know that you want to spend. And it's not even what you really want, and then we get there and look. And then after you build the rapport with them and they know that you're actively looking, you're bringing them stuff that is a real contender for what they want, then they understand, oh, this is why I have they're truly acting as an agent and not just a person with lockbox access and the ability to fill out the contract,